Howard, should there be a book? Should people have a book about the interesting experiences of Art's life? I mean, you've got stuff in here about the Beatles, among other things.
Right? Like I knew, so that's part of the fascination of Art, right? Like, again, you have that opinion of someone, you listen to their radio show and say, this guy's just a whack job. Like, he's nuts. And then you meet him, and the first time Art told me, like, he knew the Beatles. Like, I had no idea Art was a bigwig in the music radio business in the 60s and 70s, none at all. And he starts telling me the Beatles story, and I'm just sitting there going, you got to be freaking kidding me about this. This guy lived music history. You know, in fact, I called Bob Kaczynski yesterday because I wanted to get the details straight for the story. Like, I remembered Art told me something about meeting the Beatles, but I couldn't remember all the details. So I called Bob, and, you know, Bob's got a much better memory than I have. So get this story, right? So it's the 1960s. Now, Art, I don't know if you knew that Art was like a big-time programmer of radio stations in the 60s. Like, he programmed stations in national big markets, New York City, Chicago, Atlanta, Dallas. And this is, you know, the 60s when rock and roll obviously was taking off. So the Beatles come to the U.S. They do their first U.S. tour. They go to New York City. They play a legendary concert at Shea Stadium in 1965. Art's station in New York City. First off, Art's at the stadium. Art's in one of the dugouts at Shea Stadium watching the Beatles play. In the dugout with Art is Mick Jagger, who, you know, had a fair to middling career of his own, and a young, still up-and-coming singer by the name of Diana Ross. So he's hanging out there. He's watching the Beatles. Now, the backstory on this is Art's station in New York is one of the first in the United States to play a new single from the Beatles called A Day in the Life, which, if you're a Beatles fan, I mean, for me, like, that's one of their greatest songs ever. So because he plays it, Brian Epstein, who's then the manager of the Beatles, sends Art a little thank you note. And from what Kaczynski was telling me, Art kept the thank you note from Brian Epstein in his wallet, probably had it right up until the day he passed the other day.
Wow.
But he develops a friendship with Brian Epstein. So Epstein turns to Art and says, hey, Art, you want to come up in the suite and hang out with the Beatles a little bit in our hotel room? So he does. So here's Art Wander hanging out in a hotel suite with John, Paul, George, and Ringo. I mean, come on. This is amazing. This was one of the greatest bands in the history of music. And Art's there playing, you know, telling his station, let's play this A Day in the Life, and becomes friends with the manager and hangs out with the Beatles. It's just unbelievable.